in a family full of eccentrics. She's done things I've never expected, and I need more time. She's got a sister, and God only knows how I've missed her. And on the palm of her hand is a blister, and I need more time. And I want you to know I got my mind made up now, but I need more time. And I want you to say, do you know what I'm saying? But I need more, 'cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see, and lots for us to do. She's electric, can I be electric too? She's got a brother, we don't get on with one another, but I quite fancy a mother, and I think that she likes me. She's got a cousin, in fact she's got about a dozen. She's got one in the oven, but it's nothing to do with me. And I want you to know I got my mind made up now, but I need more time. And I want you to say, do you know what I'm saying? But I need more, 'cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see, there's lots and lots for us to do. She's electric, can I be electric too? Can I be electric too? Can I be electric too? Can I be electric too?
Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for the quiz this week. We've currently got 36 teams registered. Anyone else who wants to register, get down to this link here, and we will start in a bit. Thank you very much.
Rob's got a quick hand. He looked around the room, won't tell you his plans. Got a rolled cigarette, hanging
Now, some people remembered something from last week that I didn't remember, which is that we had a look at someone's pie. I can't. Oh, it was Hugh. Hugh sent me a picture of a pie, and I asked anybody else if they were going to have quiz pies or if they could send me their quiz pies next week. I completely forgot about this, obviously, because that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever said. And why would anyone send me pictures of their pies? Reese and Haley sent me a picture of this pie. This is a beef and mushroom pie. So there you go. That's a beef and mushroom pie. That's potentially beating the pie from last week. I don't know. I'm not the pie judge. And we've also got some pork pies from Osman. So if anyone else has got a pie picture, this is very lowbrow, let me know and we can see your pie pictures as well. I'll give people another 5 minutes to register. We've got 47 teams at the moment. Yeah, we'll give another 5 minutes and then we'll crack on from there.
And they said it would never come for you. Oh, my friends, you haven't changed. You're looking rough and living strange, and I know you got a taste for it too. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Oh no, she'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no. Don't look back into the sun. You cast your pearls, but you're on the run. And all the lies you said, who did you save? But then they played that song at the dead disco. It started fast, but it ends so slow. And all the time it reminded me of you. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Let me go. She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Let me go. She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no.
So one of the weird things about my life is that I now appear to be the end to some people's weeks, and the abuse for not wearing the blazer, the jacket, the Tetris jacket or Pac-Man jacket was phenomenal. So apologies for that. I am now wearing it as I rightly should be. There we go. There's YouTube chat is very happy now. Feel free to shout things at me in the comments on YouTube. I can add some music to the playlist that you're listening to. You can comment on my jacket. You can comment on Oscar here. Yeah, whatever you want. We've got 51 teams currently. So, to speed things up, hopefully this week we will have my mother marking some of the quiz questions. Now, she did used to be a Key Stage 2 SATS marker. So she will be applying the rules very, very strictly, making sure that spelling is correct, workings are laid out, all of that. So, make sure your answers are top notch this week, because we've got an officially recognised marker on the quiz questions this week. We've got a couple of minutes. I reckon we can probably get started. It's been another week in quarantine. I think I've been out of the house a record 3 times this week. 3 whole times. We've had Donald Trump recommending that people inject bleach and disinfectant into them. We've had Americans out protesting, saying we don't want to be in quarantine anymore. Maybe that's what the disinfectant and bleach is for, actually. Everything makes sense. And everyone now knows what PPE means. I didn't know what PPE used to mean, but everyone knows what it means now, and Turkey flies it to us, apparently. It's a weird world we live in, isn't it? But we've potentially got another pie. Give me 2 minutes, and I will see if we've got another pie. We don't have another pie. It was a rude picture. It wasn't a pie. Right, let's get cracking then, shall we? Let's start, as always, with round number 1, the general knowledge round. Do you know as much as you think you know? And what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to actually remember to unlock each round before we even start. So, here we go. Questions are unlocked. Have a look online. Fill them in as we go. Press submit at the end. Usual garbage. Which famous Brit would be celebrating their 456th birthday this weekend? Which famous Brit would be celebrating their 456th birthday this weekend? Alright, and question number 2 from the general knowledge round. Which royal celebrated their 2nd birthday this week? Which royal celebrated their 2nd birthday this week?
Another magical Friday night. I think I'll sit this one at home. Unusual for me.
Question number 3. What was delivered to a man in Sheffield without an address on it this week? What was delivered to a man in Sheffield without an address on it this week?
Beast, the jaded lover to a sex machine. You should go ahead and please give those recycled house tracks my warmest regards and lock the door if you're home before the sun. Oh, pink, pink lemonade. And does he kiss you till your lips explode? Pink, pink lemonade. And does he take you places I can't afford to go? Pink lemonade, you know I know behind that sugar there's only lies. Lies, lies, lies. Another magical Friday night.
Question number 4 from the general knowledge round. Comic Relief and Children in Need combined for a new show last night. What was it called? What was the show called that was hosted last night that was a mix of Comic Relief and Children in Need?
My warmest regards, and if you bring him home, can you use the spare bedroom? Oh, pink, pink lemonade. And does he kiss you till your lips explode? Pink, pink lemonade. And does he take you places I can't afford to go? Pink lemonade, you know I know behind that sugar there's only lies. Lies, lies, lies.
And question number 5. What was the middle name of Wolfgang Mozart? What was Wolfgang Mozart's middle name?
Me if I know it's all good with you. 'Cause getting lost in the middle of the in-between is only half as frightening as it first may seem. So do whatever you must, and I'll do whatever it must take. Pink lemonade. Pink
Question number 6 of the general knowledge round. Who is the author of Peter Rabbit? Who is the author of Peter Rabbit?
Stop making the eyes at me, I'll stop making the eyes at you. What it is that surprises me is that I don't
And question number 7, we have, how many lines does a limerick have? How many lines does a limerick have?
care for sound and lights in a fuse, my results in a bang, bango. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance or I don't know what you're looking for. I said I bet that you look good on the dance floor, dancing to electro pop like a robot from 1984. Well, from 1984. I wish you'd stop ignoring me because it's sending me to despair. Without sound, yeah, you're calling me, and I don't think it's very fair that your shoulders are frozen. Oh, but you're an explosion. Your name isn't real, but I don't care for sound. The lights in the fuse might result in a bang, bango. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance or I don't know what you're looking for.
And question number 8 of the general knowledge round. Which group released the song Ruby in 2007? Now, I nearly put this in the playlist tonight, so this could have been playing as we were listening to it, but it's not. Which group released the song Ruby in 2007?
Just banging tunes in DJ sets and dirty dance floors and dreams of naughtiness. Well, I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance or I don't know what you're looking
Question number 9. What is the largest island in the world? What is the largest island in the world?
for. Robot from 1984. From 1984. Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. Getting hard to sleep, blood is in my dreams. Love is killing me, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm still in here trying to figure it out.
And our last question of this round, question number 10. Which company uses the slogan, Just Do It? Which company uses the slogan, Just Do It? I will give you all of the answers now, and we will get to marking it, and we'll see you in a bit. We'll see how quickly me and my mother can mark this.
Nothing here to see, just a kid like for some tea, try to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm still here trying to figure it out. I let it go, cause I wanna see you later when we're not allowed to talk it out. I said I'd go, put myself on the show, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I broke my shoe, take a fell on you, but you didn't know I planned it out. I said I'd go, yeah, I won't see you later when we're not allowed to figure it out. Yeah!
My boyfriend wants to talk. My boyfriend talks too much. Too much about our love. Our love is not enough. My boyfriend wants to
No, I
talk.
really think that we've got to go over a couple things
My
today.
boyfriend talks too much.
No, are you listening? Are you listening to me?
Too much about our love.
You know, I just love you so much. And
Our love is not enough.
what do you mean?
He's just a of what I had before. He's just a. It's a simple fact. Of what I had before. He's just a. Every day's the same. I wake up, he's in my bed.
Good morning, sunshine.
He tries to make me breakfast, but I hate bacon and
What do you
eggs.
mean? I thought you loved these.
He says I make him nervous, but he only makes me bored.
You know, if you really just got to know me, you realize I'm not so boring.
All the pretty things I want, he just can't
Well,
afford.
you know, I've been working really hard. I'm just about to get there. So give me 2 more weeks.
My friends all think it's nice. My friends all think it's great, but they don't have a clue that he won't reciprocate.
What are you talking about?
He's just a of what I had before. He's just a. It's a simple fact. Of what I had before. He's just a. All right. Okay. Get down. My boyfriend wants to talk. My boyfriend talks too much. Too much about our love. Our love is not enough. down. My boyfriend wants to talk. My boyfriend talks too much. Too much about our love. Our love is not enough.
Watching the people get leery. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town is quite scary. Not very sensible either. A friend of a friend, he got beaten. He looked the wrong way at a policeman. Would never have happened to Smeaton. I know Leo Tenzi and now. La 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 la. La 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 la. I put it to riot. 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 I tried to get to my taxi. Man in a tracksuit attacks me. He says that he saw it before me. Who wants to get things a bit gory? Girls drive around with no clothes on. To borrow £1 for a condom. If it wasn't the chip, I'd take it frozen. Then I'm very sensible. La 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 la. La 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 la. I put it to riot. 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 And if there's anybody left in here who that doesn't want to be out there. Watching the people get leery. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town is quite scary. Not very sensible. La 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 la. La 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 la. I put it to riot. I put it to riot. I put it to riot. I put it to riot.
I have no excuses not to come back on now, do I? Because you can see exactly when everything's been marked. The hyper vigilant of you will have noticed it went up to 50 out of 55 and then went down to 50 out of 50. But that's still everything being marked. Before we dive in, we do have a couple more entries into our pie competition, pie fest. I don't know what I'm talking about. We've got this, which is a couple of pasties. This was sent to me by one of my little sister's friends who didn't include their name in the text. But we've got some pasties. I don't know. YouTube chat's probably going to blow up with pasties not being pies now. And we have quite a sad-looking pucker pie here, or the remnants of. And this is from another Tom. So there you go, more pies for our for what we're doing. I have no idea what flavour the pasties are. And the pucker pie, does it say what flavour it is? There you go, chicken and mushroom. Should we get on with some answers then? Let's have a look. So, question 1 of the general knowledge round was, which famous Brits would be celebrating their 456th birthday this weekend? That was William Shakespeare. He also died around this, so it's the anniversary of his death as well soon, I think. Cool. The pasty owner was Beth. There we go. Charlotte's friend Beth. Question 2. Which royals celebrated their 2nd birthday this week? This was Prince Louis. Question 3 was, what was delivered to a man in Sheffield without an address on it this week? Now, let me just show you the package. So, I can't quite read this, but it says something like, there's a guy who lives in Sheffield. He has this job. He was in the Olympics. His wife is called Helen. He might have they have a child or a dog or both, which is nice and specific. You know, they've got a kid or a dog or both. Well, so have most people. But yeah, this amazingly got to the guy this David guy in Sweden, was it? Was meant for it to go to. Anyway, I'm just rambling on. In the package was a pack of chocolate bars. I haven't given marks for parcel or anything like that. It's the chocolate bars that's the interesting bit. Question 4. Comic Relief and Children in Need combined for a new show last night. What was it called? It was called The Big Night In. What was the middle name of Wolfgang Mozart? Amadeus. Question 6. Who's the author of Peter Rabbit? That is, of course, Beatrix Potter. How many lines does a limerick have? That is 5. I even wrote you a limerick. Oh wait, I didn't finish it. Did I finish it? No. There once was a boy called Tom. His quiz was really the bomb. His jacket was Pac-Man. It looked pretty rad, man. And then I didn't finish it. So that's 4 lines of a limerick. Question number 8. Which group released the song Ruby in 2007? That was, of course, the Kaiser Chiefs. What is the largest island in the world? That is Greenland. Lots of people putting Australia, but it's Greenland. And number 10, which company uses the slogan, just do it? That is Nike. I'm being told off for rhyming Pac-Man with Radman, but they're different words. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. So we have lots of people in joint first place. We've got 7 Chroma Road Gang, Working at the Car Wash, Bang and the COVID's Gone. Trump supporter there. Quiznatch, Social Quizdancing, I'm not reading that out, Fathead and Long, and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle is a hedgehog, of course. So we've got 8 teams in joint first place at the moment. Let's move on to round number 2. This is the normal quotes round, but it's got a special feature this week. This was suggested to me by my friend Scott. So you can suggest quiz rounds to me, and I will include them in the quiz, but I will also include dodgy pictures of you. So this is my friend Scott, who came up with the round Kanye or Trump. So all of the quotes in this round are going to be from either Kanye or Trump. So I want to know if these are Kanye or Trump quotes. Quote number 1. We came into a broken world and we're the cleanup crew. We came into a broken world and we're the cleanup crew. Was that Kanye or Trump?
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance, I'm right there if you get...
Quote number 2 of this round. I am not a fan of books. Who is not a fan of books? Is it Kanye or is it Trump?
It's my disguise, I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.
Quote number 3. The beauty of me is that I'm very rich. The beauty of me is that I'm very rich. Is that Kanye or is that Trump?
I know times are getting hard, but just believe me, girl, someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life we knew we would. my word is good. Hey there, Delilah, I've got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you would take.
Quote number 4. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. We need global warming. Is that a Trump quote or a Kanye quote?
Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.
Quote number 5. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Are those the wise words of Kanye or Trump?
Our friends would all make fun of us, and we'll just laugh along because we know that none of them have felt this way. Delilah, I can promise you that by the time we get through, the world will never ever be the same, and you're to blame. Hey there, Delilah, you be good and don't you miss me. 2 more years and you'll be done with school, and I'll be making history like I do. You'll know it's all because of you. We can do
Quote number 6. I love sleep, it's my favourite. I love sleep, it's my favourite. No, it's not my girlfriend. It's either Kanye or Trump.
oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me.
Quote number 7. My doorman is more important to me than the head of any company. My doorman is more important to me than the head of any company. Is that Kanye or Trump? Quote number 8. I have tremendous respect for women. I have tremendous respect for women. Which of Kanye and Trump was lying when they said this?
City's breaking down on a camel's back. They just have to go 'cause
Quote number 9. Every time I say something that's extremely truthful out loud, it literally breaks the internet. Who literally breaks the internet? Is it Trump or is it Kanye?
melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beat. My dreams, they gotta kiss me 'cause I don't get sleep, no. Windmill, windmill for the land, the forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride. It is taking, falling down. Love forever, love is free.
And the final quote of this round. I told y'all I didn't vote right, but if I would have voted, I would have voted for Trump. Is this Kanye saying he would have voted for Trump or Trump saying that he would have voted for Trump? Let me leave the quotes up on the screen for you and we will crack on with the marking and I'll be back in a bit.
Harder this year, yeah, bear repping harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha 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 ha. We gon' ghost town, this Motown with your sound. You in the blink, gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us. With your sound, you kill the ink, so don't stop, get it until you chat ahead and watch the way I navigate. Ha 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 ha. shabbily.
You don't have my number, but we don't need each other now. We don't need the city, the creed or the culture now. 'Cause I feel the love, feel the love. I feel the love, feel the love. I feel the streets are not pulling me down. So people of the city, I don't need your counsel now, and I don't need your good advice. You don't have my lover's touch. You don't have my number. We don't need each other now. The creed or the culture, we can move beyond it now. Now the wolf is knocking at my door. Bang it, ask for more. Stand here, we stand tall. We can move beyond these walls. And I don't need your counsel. And I don't need these city streets. And I don't need that good advice. 'Cause we can move beyond it now. You don't have my number, and we don't need each other now. The creed or the culture, you don't have my lover's touch.
The way you looked when you said you were leaving. The way you cried as you turned to walk away. The cruel words and the false accusations, the mean looks and the same old frustrations. I never thought that we'd throw it all away, but we threw it all away. And I'm a little bit lost without you, and I'm a bloody big mess inside. And I'm a little bit lost without you. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. I've been lost, I've been out, I've been losing. I've been tired, I'm all hurt and confusion. I've been mad, I'm the kind of man that I'm not. And though I'm down, I'll be coming back fighting. I may be scared and a little bit frightened, but I'll be back, I'll be coming back to life. I'll be coming back to life. And I'm a little bit lost without you, and I'm a bloody big mess inside. And I'm a little bit lost without you. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. Oh, and you can try, you can try, but you never keep me down. You can try, you can try, but you never keep me down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Let's have a look through at the answers to Kanye or Trump. Scott, this was an excellent round. There's such a mix of what people got right and what people got wrong. It's a very good idea. We came into a broken world and we are the cleanup crew. That is a Kanye quote. I am not a fan of books. That is also a Kanye quote. The beauty of me is that I'm very rich. That's a Trump quote. Good for him, I'm sure. Daddy's money's lovely. Number 4, it's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. That is Trump being sensible as ever. Number 5, I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. That's Trump again. I love sleep. It's my favourite. That's a Kanye quote. My doorman is more important to me than the head of any company. That's Kanye again. Number 8, I have tremendous respect for women. Which of them was lying? Trump. Number 9, every time I say something that's extremely truthful out loud, it literally breaks the internet. That is a Kanye quote. And the final one, I told y'all I didn't vote right, but if I would have voted, I would have voted for Trump. Kanye, very much both idiots. We can have a look at the leaderboard now. And you can see that we've got 3 teams in joint first place. We've got Bang and the COVID's Gone, Social Quistancing, and Fathead and Long. We've then got a few teams just 1 point behind in second place. Let's jump on to round 3. Round 3 is the pictures round. This week's pictures are all logos of famous brands. I want you to tell me who the famous brands are. Number 1 is this.
Asking, true or false it may be, or she's still out to get me. And I know she knows that I'm not fond of asking. True or false it may be, she's still out to get me. I may say it was your fault.
And number 2, which logo is this? Your third picture in this round is this brand. Number 4, we have this. I just said what it was. Brilliant.
So
Number 5, we have this logo.
Just don't let me down.
Number 6 is this logo.
In a few weeks, I will get time to realize it's right before my eyes, and I can take it if it's what I want to do. I am leaving, and this is starting to feel like it's right before my eyes.
Obscure brand number 7 is this picture.
I can tell just what you want. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. I can't say it's what you know, but you know it the whole time. Yeah, you know it the whole time. Maybe next year I'll have no time to think about the questions to address. Am I the one to try to stop?
Number 8, we have this logo, brand, whatever it is.
Best you could have attained. Why try anything? I will get there. Just remember, I know that I can tell just what you want.
Number 9 is this logo.
You don't want to be alone. And I can't say it's what you know, but you.
And number 10 is this. I will leave them all up on the screen for you. Submit your answers. We'll get back to you in a bit.
I can tell just what you want. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. And I can't say it's what you know, but you know it the whole time. Yeah, you know it the whole time. And if you love me, then why won't you use me? If you hate me, then why do you care? You said that we would go the distance. Now you don't take me anywhere. Now bite my tongue, but fuck your heart. And I can't stand you, baby. We don't know which way to go. We don't know which way is home. We don't know which way to go. We don't know which way is home. And we blew up like a bonfire. Fire, fire. And we blew up like a bonfire. Fire, like a bonfire, fire, fire, and nothing's gonna feel the same. And we blow up like a bonfire, fire, fire, and we blow up like a bonfire, fire, fire, and nothing's gonna feel the same, 'cause our love is going up in flames. And we blow up like a bonfire, fire, fire. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it now. Instead of calling up the wall, why don't you open up with talk? I'm ready for a fall. Instead of calling up the wall, why don't you open up with talk? We're ready for the fall. I can't hear your voice, do I have a choice? I'm hoping with chance you might take the stance.
Right, let's have a look at the answers for round number 3. Very high scoring round, lots of people getting 10 out of 10. Saul asked in chat, where did I get all of these obscure brands? I must have been searching for a while. Yeah, top 10 hits of famous brands. I was busy. I wasn't busy, I was just lazy. Number 1, this was Chanel. This was Louis Vuitton. This is the one catching some people out. This was Apple. This was Starbucks, which I nearly basically said. This is Pepsi. This is Unilever. This is Beats by Dre, anything like that. Texaco, petrol company, MasterCard, and Wikipedia. High scoring round, so you won't be surprised that not much has changed. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. We've got the same 3 teams still up in first place. I'm talking rubbish. Hang on. It'll update now. Top 3 teams are Bang and the COVID's Gone, Social Quistancing, and Fat Head and Long, all still on 30 points. Let's have a quick look. We're halfway through the quiz. Let's have a look down at the bottom of the table. So the bottom one didn't actually put anything for the last round, so that would probably explain why they're there. 48, best wooden spoon ever. If we remove the bottom team, then you are the wooden spoon. We've got Les Quizerable, Team Potato. Then we've got the Lady and the Tramp, Beer Rules, Maven, Sat Team 5, Friday Night Dinner. So that's what the bottom of the table is looking like. Let's see if they can make their way up in the next few rounds. Let's dive into round number 4. Round number 4 is the sports round. Question number 1. Which football league is rumoured to be the first to return to playing in 2 weeks' time? Question number 2 for the sports round. How many hurdles are there in the men's 110 metres hurdles athletics events? How many hurdles are there for the men to jump over in the 110 metres hurdles event? Question number 3 in the sports round. Murder ball is the original name for which sport? Murder ball is the original name for which sport? Question number 4. Which year's Winter Olympics featured Eddie the Eagle Edwards? Which year's Winter Olympics featured Eddie the Eagle Edwards? I'm looking for the year. Question number 5. Which British driver won the 2009 Formula 1 World Championship driving for Brawn GP? Which British driver won the 2009 Formula 1 World Championship driving for Brawn GP? Question number 6 in the sports round. Which British field athlete competed at 6 Olympic Games? Which British field athlete competed at 6 Olympic Games?
Trying to wrap up this feeling, falling apart instead. 'Cause baby, we hit the top, sweeter than sugar rocks. Holding on to a moment, like I'm falling off. I just need a little of it, need a little, not a lot to get into it. Oh, keep calling me home. Can we go back to adrenaline? Can we go back to adrenaline? Girl, you know that we've been settling.
Number 7. The double yellow dot ball is the competition standard in which sport? In which sport would you find the double yellow dot ball?
Remembering all those nights with your body straight to the sky. You work me until the morning, fall asleep 9:30. So crazy in love, no enough was never enough. Tell me our touch ain't dull now. Tell me our touch ain't dull now. I just need a little of it, need a little, not a lot to get into it. Oh, keep calling me home.
Question number 8 in the sports round. The National Football Museum is in which English city? The National Football Museum is in which English city?
Girl, you know that we've been settling. But I need to feel it. Adrenaline. And I don't know where the ceiling is anymore.
Question number 9 in the sports round. Which jockey won all 7 races in one day at Ascot? Which jockey won all 7 races in one day at Ascot Racecourse in September 1996? Which jockey won all 7 races in one day at Ascot in September 1996?
Girl, you know that we've been settling. But I need to feel it. Adrenaline. Can we go back from here? Can we go back from here? Can we go back from here? 'Cause I need to feel it. Adrenaline.
Question number 10, the last question for this round. Which colour belt comes after white in karate? Which colour belt comes after white in karate? Here are all of your questions. Submit your answers. We will get them over to you as soon as possible.
East London's not a bomb site, it is a treasure chest. We use our penguin costumes more on our evening dress. She said I should come over, though the music's not my type. Don't you know I chop a limb off just to have a good time? Shut up and move with me, or get out of my face. I didn't queue for an hour to leave straight away. Shut up and stay with me, or let go of my hand. The lasers fill our minds with empty plans. I never knew I was a techno fan. This is not a weird weekend, it's an angry wormhole. I'm talking like a city boy and drinking with a northern soul. She said I should come over, though there's carnage at times. It still seems I chop a limb off before I put up a fight. Just shut up and move with me, or get out of my face. I didn't queue for an hour to leave straight away. Shut up and stay with me, or let go of my hands. The lasers fill our minds with empty plans. I never knew I was a techno. We are the 1980s. We are the Detroit Lights, and I never wanna see this stop. I'm in debt to you, but don't feed me plant food. Just shut up and move with me, or get out of my face. I didn't spend 20 sheets to not cut a shave. Just shut up and stay with me, or let go of my hands. The lasers fill our minds with empty plans. I never knew I was a techno fan. Everybody's dancing behind movie scenes, behind the movie scene. Sati Rani, she's the one that keeps the dream alive. From the morning past the evening to the end of the light. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. And dancing behind movie scenes, behind those movie screens. Asher Bosley, she's the one that keeps the dream alive. From the morning past the evening to the end of the light. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Mine's on the 45. And singing, illuminate the main streets and the cinema aisles. We don't care about no government warning about that promotion of the simple life of the dams they're building. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Mine's on the 45. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Graham Food Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Food Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. And singing and dancing and singing and dancing and singing and dancing and singing and dancing 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 and dancing. Mine's on the RPM.
That is that round marked. So let's have a look through at the answers. Tricky sports round this week. People seem to struggle with some of the questions. I guess that is good. We're not just having teams getting 10 out of 10 every round, like often happens. Question number 1 was about the football league that's rumoured to be first to return to playing. Bundesliga. I've had a look. The German Bundesliga and Austrian Bundesliga seem to be saying roughly the same thing, so I've given marks for German, Austrian, Bundesliga. If my mother marked it and you put Austrian, you might not have got a point, but yeah. How many hurdles are there in the men's 110 metres hurdles athletics event? That is 10. You run for 10 metres and there's hurdles all the way up to the 100th metre. And then you do 10-minute sprint at the end. Number 3, murder ball is the original name for which sport? That is wheelchair rugby. A couple of wheelchair basketballs, lots of people thinking this was dodgeball. Murder ball is what wheelchair rugby used to be called. Which year's Winter Olympics featured Eddie the Eagle Edwards? 1988. There is a picture of me with Eddie the Eagle Edwards somewhere, but I didn't think to dig it up, and I probably look ridiculous. Number 5. Which British driver won the 2009 Formula 1 World Championship whilst driving for Brawn GP? It was, of course, the only year that Brawn GP were in Formula 1, and it was Jenson Button that won the Formula 1 Championship. Question 6. Which British field athlete competed at 6 Olympic Games? This was Tessa Sarnason, javelin thrower and heptathlete. Number 7. The double yellow dot ball is the competition standard in which sport? That is, of course, squash. All the squash balls, their different firmnesses measured by the spots that they have on them. Number 8. The National Football Museum is in which English city? Manchester. And finally, not finally, number 9. Which jockey won all 7 races in one day in Ascot in September 1996? Frankie Dettori. It's there on the screen for you because I pressed the wrong slide. Number 10, final question. Which colour belt comes after white in karate? That would be yellow, at least in the karate that I googled. Let's see what that's done to the leaderboard. We have a change. So number 1, first place, is now Mrs. Tiggy Winkle is a Hedgehog, of course, with a very good score of 39. And then in joint second place, we have Social Quistancing and Something About a Goat. YouTube comments complaining about karate being a different colour. I don't care. The answer I've got is the answer that's getting marked. Let's have a quick look at the bottom of the leaderboard. Now we've got Sat Team 5, I'm very sorry, down in last place. Maven, just ahead of them. And then we've got a few teams in joint 44th. Never going to quiz you up. Friday Night Dinner. Best wooden spoon ever. Best wooden spoon ever. You're doing too well. You need to be in last place if you're the wooden spoon. Let's crack on with everybody's favourite round, the numbers round. Everybody's favourite. Woo, everyone loves the numbers round. Love the numbers round, Tom. No one loves the numbers round. Question number 1. How many days did the year 2000 have? There you go. There's a stonker to start on. How many days did the year 2000 have?
Set sail from Sandspring, oh hey yeah. Set sail from where we once begun. While we wait, a hold of record or numbers or spaces still undone. Ruins or relics, disciples and the young. A hold of records or numbers or spaces still undone. Ruins or relics, disciples and the young. Light touch my hands in a dream of golden sands. From now on, you can forget all future plans. Night touch my hands with the turning golden sands. From the night to the light, all plans are golden in your hands. We sail from Sandsport, oh lion. We sail from where
Sorry. Answers are now unlocked. You should be able to put the answers in now. Question 1. How many days did the year 2000 have? Question 2. To the nearest 100, how many McDonald's restaurants are in the UK? Now, this isn't open McDonald's restaurants. This isn't a trick question. I'm aware that they're all shut at the moment. To the nearest 100, how many McDonald's restaurants are in the UK?
you can forget all future plans. Night touch my hands with the turning golden sands. From the night to the light, all plans are golden in your hands. Light touch my hands in a dream of golden sands. From now on, you can forget all future plans. Night touch my hands with the turning golden sands. From the night to the light, all plans are golden in your hands.
Question number 3 of the numbers round. Don't worry, there's only 5 of these. How many colours are there in a standard pack of Smarties? How many colours in a standard pack of Smarties?
Another magical Friday night. I think
think I'll sit this one at home. Unusual for me, I know, but please go ahead. I don't wanna be the blinking rabbit to your wildebeest, the jaded lover to a sex machine. You should go ahead. And please give those recycled house tracks my warmest regards, and lock the door if you're home before the sun. Oh, babe.
Question number 4. How many Pokemon were available in the original Red and Blue games? How many Pokemon were available in the original Pokemon Red and Blue games?
One, two, three, four. Tell me that you love me more. Sleepless, long nights. That's what my youth was for. Oh, teenage hopes are lied at your door. Left you with nothing, but they want some more. You're changing your heart. You know who you.
And finally, question number 5. To the nearest 10, how many London tube stations are there? To the nearest 10, how many London tube stations are there? They are your tube, underground, same thing. Underground stations, not including National Rail stations. Probably not including Overground and not including the Elizabeth line. Not the Elizabeth line, the Crossrail bit, the TfL rail. Tube stations, underground tube stations, ones that you would deem tube lines. There's your answers, your questions. Submit the answers. We'll be back with you in a bit.
Hey, there. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 9, or 10. Money can't buy you back the love that you had then. You're changing your heart. You know who you are. You're changing your heart. You know who you
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I've been here too long. The songs on the radio sound the same. Everybody just looks the same. But then last night was so much fun. And now your sheets are dirty, the streets are dirty too. But you never look back over what you've done. Remember when you were young, you'd lose yourself. In the morning, you know we won't remember a thing. In the morning, you know it's gonna be alright. Wait, here, up on my mark, put 'em boy can't help it, it's not his fault. Just a dangerous, dangerous age, then every night it's still so much fun. And you're still out there, darling, clinging on to the wrong ideas. But I never regret anything I've done. Remember when you were young, you'd lose yourself. In the morning, you know you won't remember a thing. In the morning, you know it's gonna be alright. In the morning, you know we won't remember a thing. In the morning, you know it's gonna be in the morning, you know you won't remember a thing. In the morning, you know it's gonna be in the morning, you know we won't remember a thing. In the morning, you know it's gonna be alright.
Right, let's have a look at the answers to round number 5. Everyone's favourite numbers round. I'm very professional. Round number 5. So the first question I asked you was, how many days did the year 2000 have? Now, this is more complicated a question than some people thought it was. The answer is 366, because it is a leap year, because it's divisible by 4. Usually, leap years that are divisible by 100 aren't leap years. But it is divisible by 400, which makes it a leap year again. Leap years are weird. But 366 was the right answer. To the nearest 100, how many McDonald's restaurants are there in the UK? One of the group chats asked if this was the same as how many McDonald's restaurants have I visited in the UK. And actually thinking about it, I definitely haven't been to all of the McDonald's. I'm trying to work out if I've been inside a McDonald's or ordered from a McDonald's 1,300 times. Yeah, I'm going to blame that on the parents. They took me to McDonald's a lot as a child. Question number 3. How many colours are there in a standard pack of Smarties? There are 8. 8 colours in a standard pack of Smarties. How many Pokemon were available in the original Red and Blue games? 151. There are 150 in the Pokedex, plus you could get Mew. Question number 5. To the nearest 10, how many London tube stations are there? This is just underground lines. 270, and in fact there are exactly 270. So what has that done to the leaderboard? Well, we are still looking at Mrs. Tiggywinkle is a Hedgehog, of course, in first place, 43 points. Only dropped 2 points so far this entire quiz. Second place with 41 points, something about a goat, and in third place with 40 points we've got Tom's Pac-Man Suit Made Me Quiz. Who came in second or third place last week, I think. The team in second, they came second or third last week as well. Well, they might have won last week, I can't remember. But our current first place was doing really well last week and then dropped it near the end. So we'll see what happens in our final round, which is, of course, the music intros round. So I'm going to play you 10 introductions to songs. I want you to tell me what the song is. You don't need to worry about the artist. And all 10 of these songs are from the same year, or they charted in the same year. So bonus question at the end, I want to know what year that was. So intro number 1 is this. So what song is that? I will play you this one more time. So I don't need to know the artist, I just need to know what is that melody. Intro number 2. Once more for you. I'll play it once more. I'll play all 10 again at the end because people tend to find that helpful. Number 3. So that was intro number 3. I will play you intro number 4 now. So these are a bit harder this week than they have been before. They're a bit shorter. Intro number 5 is this. One more time. Intro number 6. Remember, these are all from the same year, so be thinking about which year you think all of these songs are from. Once more, this is intro number 6. And one last time. This is intro number 7 for you. And one more time. This is intro number 8. And once more. Intro number 9. Once more, what is this song? And this is your final one, intro number 10. Very short, that one. And one last time. And I want you to tell me for bonus number 11 what the year of all of these songs is. I'm just going to play each intro one more time for you, but feel free to start submitting your answers. This is intro number 1. This is intro number 2. This is intro number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5. Number 6. This is intro number 7. Intro number 8. Intro number 9. And intro number 10. And for not real bonus points, if anyone can tell me the connection between this week's intro round and last week's intro round, put that in the YouTube chat. Submit your answers. I will be back with you in a minute. I will leave you with some killers.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head.
So one of the teams has had a mare and lost their answers. I'm going to play you all of the intros again. This is one. I'm going to be going through them pretty quickly. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5. This is number 6. This is number 7. This is introduction number 8. This is number 9. And finally, this is number 10. I'll be back with you in a bit.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. And whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow, gone down the old man with a transistor standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, a brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. So hard to find my way now that I'm all on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la
Right, here's a little insight into my life. I do this quiz every Friday night, and I set up the background here so that I make my bed. This is the one day a week that the bed gets made, because I don't like to look scruffy. Where am I? My bedside table is a mess, but it's fine because I sit in front of that. I have the trumpet there to make me look, I don't know, slightly cultured. We've got these Tetris lights up here to go with my Pac-Man suit, and then this little thing always ends up in the back of shot. And just an insight into how weird my life is. This is Oscar, who is an otter, a toy otter, that belongs to my girlfriend's sister who lives with me. I told you my life's weird. The floor is also a mess. And I've been asked this week to show you what Oscar is dressed up as. So, anyone know what Oscar is dressed up as? Let me know in chat. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever done, and I can hear my girlfriend and her sister laughing in the other room. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. They think this otter is real, and they're going to have a go at me for dropping his hat off. Where's the hat gone? They think this otter is real. Here is a genuine, real insight into my life. On Easter Sunday, I had to do an Easter egg hunt for my girlfriend and her sister, and the Easter egg hunt I did involved that otter going for a trip, leaving Easter eggs lying around, and then getting taken hostage by a robot. Taken hostage by a mushroom and then saved by a robot. Do you want to know where that mushroom came from? We were at a beer festival in the Royal Albert Hall. No, not the Royal Albert Hall. Alexandra Palace. And some random table had a mushroom toy. They threw it. They picked it up and we brought it home. It's lived here for the last 2 years and I can't get rid of it. And I ended up making an Easter egg hunt where that kidnapped, as you've all rightly put, Joe Exotic, Oscar the Otter. There you go. That's my life. Right, let's get rid of that. I'm going to hear a no from the other room in a minute when they see that I've thrown it. That is more than enough of that. Round number 6 was the intros round. I need to press that button and I need to go in there and I can start to play you the answers. I am having a mental breakdown. It's not even a mental breakdown. This is genuinely my life. Oh, jeez. Anyway, I played you some intros. This is what they were. This was that's loud. Sorry. After all of that, I've forgotten what buttons to press. This was the first song that I played you. It was, of course, Careless Whisper by Wham. This was the second song that I played you. Madonna, Like a Virgin. This was the third song that I played you. As of course, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. The fourth song that I played you was this. Which is of course Take On Me by Aha. Number 5. The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and The News. Number 6 was this. Part-Time Lover by Stevie Wonder. Number 7 was this. Missing You by Diana Ross. This one was tricky for lots of people. Number 8 was this. Which was, of course, Axel F. Wasn't expecting anyone to know that it was by Harold Faltermeyer. Beverly Hills Cop theme I gave you as well. The link between this week's intros round and last week's was that we had Crazy Frog, which is Axel F, but with a horrendous frog on top of it, last week. Number 9. Walking on Sunshine, Katrina and the Waves. And number 10 was, of course, Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. The year was 1985. 1985 was the year. Some people getting that right. Lots of people thinking 1984. Tell you what, let's have a look at how the leaderboard ends up. So we have in last place Friday Night Dinner. They have beaten Best Wooden Spoon Ever into last place. Friday Night Dinner there with 27 points. We then work up. We've got Best Wooden Spoon Ever, Sat Team 5. We've got some other teams there. Maven, I believe, are people from my work. Should have done better. We've got Lady and the Tramp in 33. 5G Made Me Lose This Quiz in 37th place. What else have we got? We've got Corona Violops. That's my sister, brother-in-law. They're in 28th. Middle of the table. That's better than sometimes. Comeback Boris in 25th. I think we're all right. I get locked down, but I get up again in 21st. And let's go up and see who is in the top 5. So, in joint 4th place, we've got Tom's Pac-Man Suit Made Me Quiz with 49 points and Social Quizdant Sing. We've got the Wankits in 3rd place with 50 points. Something About a Goat in 2nd place with 51 points. I'm not reading it out. And in 1st place, Mrs. Tiggywinkle is a hedgehog, of course. So they've beaten the team in 2nd into 1st place. I think that means they are a new champion of the quiz. Whatever it means, I'm never ever saying that team in 2nd place. Well done, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. We'll do another one next week, probably. I add probably now, just because it's quite a lot of work. But I'll probably do it because it's fun. Thanks a lot, everybody. Enjoy another week staying at home. Stay safe. Yeah. See you later.
to get your attention. All night long, asked you once, I asked you twice, asked you 4 times if you'd like to dance to that song from Court de Court down the stairs, and then I followed you out in the rain. Nowhere to be found, never mind, you'll probably never look that pretty again. You're not 19, forever putting silence together. I know it seems strange, but things they change. Older woman and ever so slightly younger man. God bless the band, they're doing all they can. You're not 19, forever pull yourselves together. I know it seems strange, but things they change. Older woman, ever so slightly